Turning now to the migrant crisis impacting major American cities.
Colorado First now in Denver. In less than 24 hours, 16 buses packed with migrants arrived in Denver.
About 40,000 asylum seekers have been bused to Denver, Colorado. That's more per capita than anywhere in the nation.
The city of Denver tells me at least 340 migrants have been dropped off here since last night.
The number of migrants crossing into the U.S. from Mexico is nearing an all-time high. CBS News says
it's hard.
Good morning.
It's going to be a great day.
We are bursting at the seams. We typically welcome some new arrivals every year, never this many and never this quickly.
Hola, buenos días, how are you?
The school is really stressed.
Para llegar aquí sí pasamos mucho. Pasamos la selva, duramos 3 días, pasamos el río Bravo.
I think if I had one word for this school year, is need. Lots and lots of needs.
Maybe one day I'm gonna resent because this is putting a lot of stress on me.
I have heard staff, teachers, and families all saying that they are ready to throw in the towel. I think it's completely overwhelming for everybody who's involved in this situation.
I'm Jean Boylan, and the first semester I was a full-time volunteer, and the second semester they promoted me to community liaison at Mcmeen Elementary. At Mcmeen, we welcome and cherish our international students. We actually have students from over 26 countries. We have a map in the lobby that shows where they're all from.
And what's happened since the beginning of the year is we've been adding new students every week, sometimes as many as 15 students a week. And these are children who have literally walked from Venezuela to get to Denver. We're helping find them clothes. We're trading out their plastic sandals for warmer shoes that tie. We're giving them backpacks with school supplies that have been donated. We have nowhere to put it, so it's literally in our hallway, coat closet. These are kids who have nothing that's their own. So when they get a little backpack that's got brand new crayons and brand new markers and the scissors and some pencils and a sharpener, they are so excited. The positive thing is we love international, new things, new families, new cultures, new languages. We love all that here, and we embrace it every chance we can. That has been completely washed away this year, though, because we're completely inundated with pure survival.
I'm Lily Zaragoza, and I teach kindergarten at Mcmeen Elementary. I've been a teacher for 5 years now. My class started with 24 kids in the beginning, and now we're at 33 kids.
It's a big number, and it can get a bit overwhelming at times just because there's so many needs. Some of them have never been at school before, so they don't even know how to hold a pencil. And I have kids that will spend most of the day crying and asking what time do I go home, what time do I see my mom? And since they're so stuck on that, they can't really learn.
My name is Soledad Montesino. I am a first grade teacher at Mcmeen Elementary dual language program.
I love going to the mountain with this kind of weather. I feel like it is my therapy. Well, this Saturday I'm here.
What are you doing?
Getting my classroom ready for 34 new students. I'm going to have 2 new kiddos join us this Monday. And yeah, just getting ready for them. One, because it's a peace of mind. I really want to be prepared and feel my new 2 students feel welcome. And 2, when else am I going to do it? It's going to be a challenge. Teaching 34 students is not easy.
Why is it a lot for those who don't understand that?
1, it's because there are 34 different worlds. Each child, it's a unique world. And two, I am responsible of teaching all of them to read, write, to math.
Una U de.
And on top of that, socialize. Everybody has different background. And also they're kids, they're exploring, they're silly, they're funny. Some of them need more support than others. And they're 6, 7 years old? They're little, still little.
And I know this is a challenge and I know it is hard. And maybe one day I'm gonna feel proud of it. Or maybe one day I'm gonna resent, because this is putting a lot of stress on me, a lot of stress. And at the end of the day, I feel like why I didn't do more, why I didn't do this and not that. But we'll see what happens next school year.
I'm Luis Figueroa, and I'm a second grade classroom teacher, and I have 35 students in my class. I came here, I started with 26, 28, and then 30, 32, 34, they're coming 35. It would be great if I can split myself into 5 or 10 so I can help and support them better. They asked me first how I got here to the United States, and I said I came by plane.
They think Mr. Figueroa walked here too.
Probably, yeah.
So it's like too noisy. It's kind of hard for him to control all of the students and stuff. And it's a lot of work for him. I made some of the new friends with the Venezuelan girls.
They need to know what people go through in life, because I don't want my kiddos to live in a bubble.
They don't know how to be in school. And in some cases, that means they don't know how to be on time for school. So when they get here, we have some days as many as 100 children who are tardy.
I've tried reaching out to parents, not sure what's happening. They're not responding. They are disconnected, don't work, emails don't work.
You know, it hasn't been easy for our neighborhood kids either. For many of our families, the class sizes just got too big. At the semester, we had about a dozen families who made a choice to move their children to a calmer environment. You know, we respect that. Everybody has to do what's right for their child.
Okay. You want to feel good that you're making a difference and that you're helping children. And if you don't, as a teacher, if you don't feel that, if you feel like you haven't reached all the children at their level, it's defeating.
There are a lot of people who are at their wits' end. I'm lucky, and Julian's lucky that he's thrived this year. But I know that not all the kids and families are so lucky.
This is impacting every level of our system. If we think about the student experience, if we think about the adult experience, if we think about the system experience, it's impacting every level of that. And while it's not directly impacting that 75% of schools, indirectly it is.
We see it and we're feeling it too, and trying to do absolutely everything we can to make it sustainable for our teachers, for our educators, for our building leaders, and to make it a safe and welcoming and both an academically sound environment for our students too. And as a parent, I'm speaking as a parent too, but my student's in a very full classroom, one of these dual language classrooms, and same conversations with him. How do you manage yourself in these spaces? How can I help you, navigate being in a classroom with tons of kids that weren't there 2 weeks ago and that might not know the rules yet, and how can I help develop empathy in that space?
It's really heartbreaking because their future is unknown, and if they stay here, we can help them the best we can, but if they leave, we really don't know how to keep in touch or even see where they at, where they went to. So that's really sad, especially when you get close to these kids and the families, because you do build really good relationships with them. I think we're all feeling stressed and a little I don't know if helpless is the right term, but what can I do? Because I want to help the kids at the end of the day, and what more can I do?
Me llamo Génesis, soy la mamá de Michael Rosas, que estudia el año de primer grado en la escuela Mcmeen Elementary. Salimos de Venezuela en mayo 31 del 2023 hacia Estados Unidos por persecuciones políticas, porque mi esposo es funcionario o fue funcionario del Ejército Nacional de Venezuela. Mi suegro también formó parte de la política y estamos en riesgo por persecución política. Sí, el cambio para Michael ha sido difícil por el idioma, el cambio de clima, de horario, la adaptación a nuevas costumbres, nueva forma de vida. Todo eso le ha afectado un poco a Michael desde que llegamos. Nosotros venimos por la frontera, llegamos por frontera, pasamos 7 países. Durante la travesía dentro de la selva conseguimos muertos, vimos personas también en estado crítico de salud, también vimos lo que fue extorsión, robo, secuestro y la parte más difícil diría yo que fue entre lo que fue la selva y México. Los demás países nos trataron muy bien. Sí, el viaje fue pesado, fue un poco dificultoso, llegar acá, o sea, no fue fácil. Tratábamos de proteger a los niños para que ellos no se dieran de cuenta de los muertos o de lo que había alrededor que nosotros veíamos. También así como los distraíamos, o sea, los entreteníamos diciéndole que veníamos era de un viaje de paseo, que no era que estábamos saliendo del país. La estancia acá en Denver, Colorado, ha sido un poco difícil. No voy a decir que ha sido fácil porque nos hemos enfrentado a retos tanto de empleo como robo salarial, como facturas médicas súper elevadas porque uno de mis hijos tiene una condición médica.
No trabajamos desde el 22 de diciembre y desde esa fecha pues debo lo que es la renta, debo la cuota del abogado. En Colombia, en la zona donde nosotros vivíamos, era zona paramilitar. Y él también vivió esos conflictos. Él vivió que era que tener que tirarse al suelo porque los paramilitares estaban soltando tiros en la calle.
¿Qué te gusta hablar más? ¿El inglés o el español?
Pues el español.
¿No te gusta el inglés? ¿Por qué no?
Porque ni siquiera entiendo nada.
They express their behavior by, like I said, breaking things, sometimes pushing other kids or being thoughtful, probably remembering things that they went through while they were on their way to the United States.
¿Cómo me fue en la selva?
¿Viste cosas?
Sí, a gente ahogándose porque el río se había crecido y la gente de Necia se tiró al agua. Y o sea, creció así. El río estaba por aquí, pero nosotros nos subimos para una montaña.
There are parts where it's really dangerous, and you can tell that there's some trauma in those children, for sure. Their body is in the class, but their mind is somewhere else because of their experiences, of course. Their journey has been difficult, but not only for them, but also for their families, because their families have been facing challenges to adjust to a new area, community, and a new country.
¿Cómo es la vida aquí para ti?
Muy dura, muy dura.
¿Por qué?
Porque hay que trabajar mucho, hay que venir aquí a trabajar.
Es lo más difícil porque cada día que corre, cada día da la deuda más grande. Nosotros tratamos de tapar la visión de los niños en que ellos no sepan que hace falta algo dentro de la casa, que hace falta algo del arriendo, que hace falta algo de algún sustento de nosotros. Siempre tratamos de guardarlo para nosotros y de lidiar con nuestras responsabilidades. Gracias a Dios hemos dado con muchas personas que nos han apoyado, nos han colaborado, nos han dado la mano, nos han dado el apoyo. Un país de oportunidades, un país donde podemos superarnos, lograr nuestras metas, lograr todos los sueños que tenemos.
So tonight we have an immunization clinic specifically targeting mostly our families that are brand new to the United States.
I'm Miriam Cavender. I'm the school nurse here at Mcmeen Elementary. I have been the school nurse here at Mcmeen for 2.5 school years. We offer free immunizations to children that are required for school-age kids, and those include hepatitis B, measles, mumps, and rubella, DTaP, and chickenpox, aka varicella. Christian Gamez, third grader, new from Venezuela, just was learning that he was going to get some vaccines today, multiple vaccines.
You got this.
It's a lot. Some children may need multiple vaccines because they may have never received any of them, or we have no proof that they were immunized for those illnesses.
We lost our documentation as we were fleeing, where we were living. So what we have to do a lot of times in those circumstances is just kind of start from scratch, act like they never had vaccines in the past.
Y pensó que era una sola vacuna. Y pues estaba entusiasmado. Ay, sí, una sola vacuna está bien, pero luego que le dijeron que eran 8 en realidad, sí, cambió totalmente. Y se puso muy nervioso.
That was an interesting night. We had a free immunization clinic, and the word got out to the whole community. And so we had hundreds and hundreds of people in line. People waited in line for hours, and then we ran out of enough vaccinations.
Okay.
So we had scheduled dinner for our families and an orientation for our families. And what we realized is our families had to focus on survival, and they got in that immunization line and they waited for 2-3 hours, some of them. And so our orientation got washed away that night, and now we had to regroup and figure out how do we onboard these families in a way that helps them make their students as successful as they can be. Only one mom showed up for our orientation. They had to focus on survival. They come from a totally different culture, a different system, a different language. It's intimidating. There's so many layers of obstacle. So we have to figure out ways to bridge that.
I don't think I've ever seen anything that is this magnitude at this pace on this scale.
I have never seen anything like this. This is the first time. It's kind of crazy, but at the same time it's good. It's good for the students that want to learn and want to get better.
I feel like in my classroom, it is a way to show how the society should be. My kiddos are jumping in on translations. My bilingual kiddos are helping to translate. They're helping to navigate how to socialize, first of all in the classroom, in simple things like hands to yourself. This is your space. Keep it nice and clean. It's very, very good the way how my students are being supporting and helping my newcomers.
Julian's sometimes been asked to be like an ambassador for some of the children because he speaks both languages.
We found our community to be unbelievably supportive in terms of money, donations of things, clothing, food, school supplies, and coming into the classroom and spending time.
Arroz. Tenemos maíz.
The community has really stepped up. It's been a really remarkable experience. One of the things we had to put in place immediately was food. We realized our students were really, really hungry. Every day the teachers were saying we need more healthy snacks in the classroom, and we realized that at home they weren't getting enough to eat. So we partnered with the Love Project to bring in fresh fruits and vegetables every week.
Yeah, the families are just so grateful for all of the support. And I think it's not just the things that we're providing, but I think the comfort and the kindness. When you hear the stories about a lot of the families and how they get here, their journeys are absolutely perilous.
Before a weekend or a school break, we give the kids bags of groceries that are provided by Food for Thought. And this is food and groceries with a recipe that'll get them through the weekend or holiday until they can get back to school for the free breakfast and lunch that we serve them every day here in the building.
A lot of the times when a kid's escalated, my first question to them is, have you eaten today? A lot of the times when a kid even feels sick, that's my first question is, have we had water? Have we had anything to eat today? And a lot of the times the answer is no.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
We had a team come in from Children's Dentistry of Cherry Creek to do checks for all the kids' teeth. Our nurse has shared with us that so many of our children are suffering from very severe tooth decay and pain.
We like to get into the community just to kind of educate them and try to network with someone to help get them out of discomfort and pain, because when a child is feeling pain, sometimes they may not understand what it is about.
Do you see better with number 1?
I Love Care was a really cool project as well. They came in and checked children's eyes and provided free glasses for every child in the building that needed them. It was an amazing, very fun day when the kids were all getting their glasses.
A lot of the kids that we're seeing just really could use glasses. The better that they see, then the easier it is for them to learn.
The first night we hosted this, it never occurred to us that families from other cultures didn't know what bingo was. So we had to stop tonight and really make sure that everybody understood how to play, and we're slowing the whole process down a little bit. You know, the cultural differences, even how they play on the playground and interact with each other in the gym, all come into play. And we recognized the first semester when they were out on the playground that our South American friends were much more aggressive than our Colorado kids playing soccer. So to remedy the situation and help bridge those cultural differences, we literally hired a coach from Playworks to come in and work with the kids outside on the playground to learn how to play and interact with each other in a fun and healthy way. So soccer is back on.
We're working on good sporting behavior, which we sometimes see. In South American countries, you have a lot of soccer, a lot of football. So I think that itself raises the bar because they know a lot of the players, they are focused on that one sport.
I'm Julian Ariaza. I'm in first grade at Mcmeen. I wanted my whole class to come to my birthday party. I didn't want anybody to feel pressured because I didn't want them to spend some money. We had the party at Sky Zone. For some kids, it was their first birthday party in this country.
I just want to celebrate with them.
He even said, tell them I don't need gifts this year. I just want them to all come to my party. They have gone through a lot, so just having the chance to have a carefree couple of hours and soda and pizza and running around and spending time with their friends, it's really special to us.
So we had an invitation to be the guests of CBS and take a handful of our 5th grade girls to the Museum of Nature and Science, to the Girls in Science exhibit. And we had very fancy buses that were donated by Jay's Valet, and we went down and we got to see the exhibits, and we were all treated to dinner in the cafe at the museum, and those kids, their eyes were popping out of their heads. It was such a special night. One of our families with a very timid, shy little first grade boy got to visit the studio and see how the weather show is put on, and that was a very special day for him. While the local generosity has been amazing, we really needed the state to do something and ask legislators to step up and figure out ways to find more funding for Denver Public Schools who are dealing with the impact of all these new students.
We're going to create a new grant program that would allow us to spend a certain amount of money, we'll cap it at an amount, so that we can provide these resources to our schools immediately so that they can start to address what is happening on the ground in our schools at this very moment.
In an attempt to bring students who are lagging behind, we added Saturday school. And we've seen a real uptick in the number of children who come on Saturdays to try to get the extra boost they need with their academic skills.
Why is Saturday school so necessary this year for you all?
A lot of our new to country kids are coming with limited or interrupting schooling in the past, and so they have limited skills in their first language, let alone in English.
There's a lot of kids that need that one-on-one, and I feel that's what I've done with when I come in, I see which student needs the help the most.
Hoy actualmente me encuentro trabajando en la compañía SoundMe, lo cual me abrió sus puertas y me permitió acceder a su trabajo con mi documentación legal. El día que recibí mi documentación legal, primero me llegó el socia. Y cuando abro y dice Génesis Salomón, yo no encontraba qué hacer, la alegre, feliz, porque después de tanto reto, de tanta batalla, meses sin poder trabajar, ya fue un gran paso. Y al día siguiente, cuando vuelvo a revisar la correspondencia, está mi permiso de trabajo y está mi TPS. De una vez fue aprobado todo el proceso. Mis hijos ya también tienen sus documentaciones legal y mi esposo está a la espera de que le llegue su documento físico. También estoy enfrentando un caso donde tengo que presentarme a la corte por una demanda de eviction por no pagar la renta a tiempo debido a que estuvimos complicados a conseguir trabajo sin documentación legal. Estuvimos aplicando para asistencia de la renta por medio de TRUA, esperando a ver si nos pueden ayudar con lo de la demanda. Si no, mi esposo y mi persona actualmente que estamos trabajando, estamos pensando en reunir todo el dinero y poder mudarnos a otro lugar y solventar lo de la demanda. Michael, desde que comencé a trabajar, piensa que yo soy un banco. Todos los días me pide algo nuevo. Él quiere practicar natación.
Hello.
Ahora se la pasa hablando inglés a un montón. En clases no hablaba, ahora habla en clases, interactúa, responde lo que la profesora le dice, todo eso. Mi segundo hijo, que es Josué, también comenzará las clases preschool en agosto. Y mi hijo Giancarlo, que es el menor, por el cual también decidimos venir a Estados Unidos, que tiene la condición, ha mejorado mucho con su condición de epilepsia, actualmente no ha compulsionado más. Y tratando de dar lo mejor para mantenerse ahí en el trabajo y así seguir avanzando cada día más. Esa es la meta, seguir manteniéndose firme y seguir adelante.
I'm Andrea Hinman, and I am the principal of Mcmeen Elementary. Next year will be my 5th year of being principal. My teachers are amazing. There was so much change this year. I am filled with immense gratitude. Their perseverance, their resiliency in receiving so many new students, having 35 students in their class and still keeping on track with education. The resilience that I see in my teachers and my staff, even in my families who have stuck with us through this year of influx. Although it has been a challenge, it's been a good challenge. We were able to take on many students through the influx of migrants to the Denver area and make this their home, make them feel welcomed. And I'm very proud of that. I can't think of a better staff to go through this challenging year with. And I'm proud to say that most of them are returning next year.
I already commit myself to coming back. And that's my word, and that is like a signature with blood. That's me, coming back. First grade, dual language, same classroom.
I do have one staff that is leaving due to the complexity of what it means to have so many new students and the language barrier. We wish them the best and hope they find what they're looking for.
I worry about my kids, what will happen to my students this summer, just because there's been so much inconsistency. I've lost kids during fall break, during spring break that don't come back, so it's very concerning what will happen to them if they move again. It's just a lot of movement and inconsistency in their lives at such a young age.
The emotion on the last day of school is a combination of exuberance. Thank you. It feels like a weight has been lifted. There's a little bit of sadness on the last day of school too. We may say goodbye, I'll see you in August, but some of those students don't return to us, and we're not aware of it at the last day of school. It becomes a little more sad when you don't see them on your class rosters come in August, but I think it's going to be a summer of rest for a lot of staff members here at Mcmeen, and well deserved.